passing point resolution. The first limestone quarry that we did have in Western Australia began back in 1850 with the arrival of the first convicts. Convict labour was used in Perth from 1850 right through to 1967, and many of the homes along the river were built from this limestone. Back over here to the left-hand side now, we are past the Point Water Reserve, basically 20 acres of land that has been set aside for the general public, also forms the Western and the Melbourne waters. The main attraction of the Point Water Reserve is a very large sandbar that you'll see extending out of the water for a distance of around 800 metres, and on a very low tide, a little bit like what we do have at the moment, you can make your way to the very end without even getting your feet wet. Also a very popular place for prawning and fishing in the summertime. Freshwater Bay due to the presence of a freshwater spring located quite close to the yacht club itself. That whole area to the right was a well-known area to the early Dutch navigators back during the 17th century. The Dutch originally thought the land here had too much limestone and was not suitable for farming, so they did not settle here. And similarly, the French never ventured much further past Perth and also thought the area was unsuitable for farming. And it wasn't until Captain James Stone did arrive back in 1827 when he did struggle through the muddy waters around Perth to find rich and fertile soils around the Guildford area, which does lie in this one valley. About to pass the very exclusive yacht club known as the Royal Freshwater Bay Yacht Club. This one was originally named Butler's Hum. Mr. Butler settled here back in 1839, used this area purely as a potato farm. In 1882, the King family took over the property and they built a two-storey house that they still use as a clubhouse for the members today. The home was used by the government in World War I as a retirement home and as a boarding house until the yacht club leased the premises back in 1934. And over here to the left-hand side now, you will get a much better view of the Point Water Reserve sandbar. the homes only to the right. Just looking out there, you will see a very large limestone development cutting to the side of the hill, very close to the foreshore itself. And this is a Clough engineering property. Mr. Clough bought the property back in 1950 for £1,000 and planned to build homes for all of his children. Turns out that not all of his children were so keen to live so close to each other. Clough Engineering has been a well-known business in Perth for many years. They built the Narrows Bridge back in 1959. They also built the old Hancock Mansion known as Marina Hall that used to be on this location in Bosman until it was pulled down in the year 2005. Still over here to the right hand side you'll see a very large home, the 3-storey limestone coloured one, the terracotta roofs very close to the foreshore. Not exactly difficult to point out, this is a Chris Ellison mansion. Work began on this home back in November 1994, finally finished some 10 years later in 2004 and originally had a value of $55 million for the property. Mine in Iris Angelina Bennett sold her Perth waterfront mansion for an Australian record price of $57.5 million. The Saunders Street Mosman Park property did sell to fellow mining magnates Chris Ellison, but well below the original asking price of $70 million. That particular home out there does have 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, a fully enclosed swimming pool on the lower level, boat shed, bowling alley, private jetty, maid's quarters and a 40-seat cinema, and I think that's it. At the moment, folks who are travelling through Blackmore Reach, the deepest